Are you faking it, or are you for real? How do you even know? More importantly, how does your audience know? My name's Jim Padilla. Thanks for tuning in. I'm here from the Kona Kai Resort in San Diego. Fabulous, beautiful, awesome hotel. Highly, highly recommend it. I want to share with you some experiences that I've had here that popped some ahas that I think are really important for you to recognize. All right, when it comes to how you show up for your market and your audience. So first thing to notice here is these amazing vessels that are behind me here, that are right outside my doorway. My hotel, my room is right over there. And thank you. Got some great service coming here, serving up my lunch. And so we actually, there's millions and millions of dollars worth of yachts here, and impressive, really awesome vehicles. One of them actually is a really big one over here that I don't even know how big it is. Was landing a helicopter on the back of it the other night. It's pretty cool. Not stuff that's in my average day, and might not be in yours. But the thing that came up, I had a conversation with somebody around with one of the guys that work in the marina, and he was sharing with me that almost 50% of these boats are rentals, meaning that they're just, people rent them, and but you don't know that, right? I was kind of surprised by that. So the owners themselves aren't using these boats all the time. It's half the boats out here, and there are a ton. There's more than the eye can see out here. And it made me think, because, you're talking to people, and you don't know. You see people on boat, you don't know if it's their boat. You don't know if they rented it, and it doesn't matter, right? Some people rent it to be impressive. Some people rent it just to have a great time, be a millionaire for a day kind of thing. And then there's other people who it's their own, but how do you actually tell? How can you tell by looking that you're renting the boat, or that it's the real deal, it's your boat? Right? And what does it say about you? It doesn't mean you're better or worse or less than or any of that. But it got me thinking about business and marketing and how you portray yourself to the world, to the marketplace. And I'm here at New Media Summit all week, a phenomenal event with Steve Olsher. And one of the keys here is about podcasting, right? And there's some great influencers in the podcasting community in the room. And part of the event was everybody got to make a pitch to be interviewed on podcasts, right? And it was fascinating to watch people go into presentation modes. Like you meet with them offline at the restaurant or in the hallway or in the event, and they're one way, and then you get them up on the mic, and all of a sudden they're a completely different person because they're so focused. And it's not that they're trying to be fake. They're so focused on trying to nail the pitch or impress that they get off track of who they are. And again, then you get back into, well, how do I know which one's the real you? And so it brought me back to a time where actually I was in an enrollment conversation, right? I'm a sales master. This is what I do. I'm a sales and influence master. I studied my whole life. I'm always working on perfecting the skill set, and I'm really good at it. And I get a lot of referral business, right? And about 2 years ago, I had a conversation with somebody named Chen, who was, I wouldn't say call her a friend, but in my peer group. And she was interested, and she got recommended to us. And I thought that I showed up on a call with her, just really expecting her to buy. I didn't even do anything for her. And at the end of the conversation, she was like, she was hesitant. And I was like, so what's going on? How come, what's keeping you from doing this? She's like, well, quite honestly, this is you putting your best foot forward, and you're the sales guy. And the experience I'm having with you right now doesn't lead me to believe that you would take great care of my clients in the sales process. And I was like, wow, I blew that. What am I even thinking? I got so arrogant that I was just trying to go with something here instead of showing her what my expertise is in the marketing and the sales process, right? I should have taken care of her the way I fully expect that you take care of every client. And it would demonstrate that I am the sales pro. Thank you. And I see that in marketing all the time. How many times do you get a marketing expert, someone who fancies themselves a marketing and lead generation expert, and they're spamming your inbox? Like, that's fascinating, right? Because I would not want to work with you if this is what you're teaching your people. And I certainly wouldn't be referring you to people if you're teaching people how to spam inboxes with generic messages, right? You got to be demonstrating yourself, right, in the process. And so I was thinking about this. I'm like, how can I share this with you in a way that matters? So what is it that you do, and how do people experience your professional expertise in the process of how you show up, positioning it, right? If you're a health coach, a fitness trainer, do you look the part? Do you walk the part? Are you a fitness trainer when they look at you, you're eating burgers and bacon and beer, right? And party until midnight. Not that there's anything wrong with that, and I'm not a fitness expert, so I'm certainly not condemning it. But are you demonstrating by what you do that this is your profession and this is how you do it? So just opening the door for that conversation. So this is the concept I want you to be able to think about, so that you can be aware of it when you're portraying yourself to people, and when you're in the process with a professional. How are you soaking this up? How are you able to identify? And the concept that I created a few years ago was following the trail of breadcrumbs, right? If you are concerned about whether this person's a legitimate marketing expert, what you do is look over your shoulder and what were the sequence of events that led you to be in a conversation with this person or ready to opt in or buy their package, right? Did they demonstrate clearly that they knew how to capture your attention? More importantly, they knew where to find you to capture your attention. They knew what to say to get you to take action. Did they know how to get you to respond? Did they have something in place that would elicit the right positioning from you to realize that you actually have a problem that needs to be solved now rather than later, and that you have an activity to do or a conversation to have, right? They're moving you down funnel. So you could be questioning yourself, well, I don't know. Well, look over your shoulder. You've taken 6 steps to get right here. That person must be on point. I think that's worth a conversation. You might want to figure out how they can teach you to do the same thing for yourself, right? And if you're engaged in a sales conversation with me, you should be checking that out. Am I treating you like someone that feels like it would be an ideal conversation that moves you forward to a place of clarity, right? And I got to have a really great opportunity for that yesterday in a mastermind with a bunch of really strong podcasting influencers. And we did some role play facilitation, and man, it was awesome. It was actually great for me because I got to see myself in action in that environment, which I haven't been in a little bit, and it was great, man. I didn't go into sales gym mode. I was just Jim, and the whole room responded. Was like, wow, that was authentic. It was you. We could feel you. We could feel how much you cared. We could feel your professionalism and the way you framed questions, and it took a stand for the person that Rob, who's the guy I was having the role play with. And so the only reason I highlight that is because it was my experience on display. I didn't have to tell people, oh, by the way, I'm a sales enrollment expert. I demonstrated it. I was living it. Right, so it felt good to be able to be on point and do that for people, and be able to be of service to the whole room, and hey, show my brilliance. So, what are the things you're doing that demonstrate by the very act of how you do it that you're the expert? And I would love to hear that. Post that down here in the comments, and then please give some love to that subscribe button and share, because growing this channel, if you want more information, more great content to come to you, then let me know how I can help you, and share. The more you share, the more it ranks, the more people will see it, and the more stuff that I can put out for you that it could change how you do business and give you some great insights, right? So I'd love to hear from you, and I want to see how you're using that and how this benefits you, right? Go make some magic happen, and come to San Diego, come to Kona Kai at Point Loma. It's fantastic environment. Would not be a bad choice for anything you're going to do. All right, peace out.